Alright, so A Bug's Life. Full disclosure here, I was not at all looking forward to this movie. I was like, it's A Bug's Life. Like, this is obviously gonna be like, maybe above The Good Dinosaur, but definitely bottom tier. I was pleasantly, extremely, fully, uh, surprised with how much I did enjoy this film. I don't know why everybody gives this movie a bad rap. The only times anybody ever talks about this movie now is whether mentioning all Pixar movies or inside conversation when maybe like when comparing it to Ants, that movie. But honestly, this movie deserves to be talked about because it has that charm appeal that early Pixar has. You know, you kind of grow up knowing that this is like the black sheep of Pixar, you know? It really isn't. It really did feel like it was the movie that Pixar made after Toy Story, if that makes any sense. It was kind of weird how many cliches there were. You know, there's um, back to the black sheep thing. There's the whole black sheep of the group, that kind of cliche. Then there's the whole twist cliche, the whole like, oh, you lied to us, wah. But I don't know that, and the biggest problem with this movie is probably that it wasn't meant. It doesn't feel like it was supposed to be as long as it was. It just dragged. Hold on, it just dragged on. It was just kind of weird. Like I thought he was in the city for longer than he was. Like I thought the city was like the whole second act, but he was like in and out of the city real quick. And then they go making the bird, and I'm like, what, they're making the bird already? What the heck? So I checked the time, and it's only like barely past halfway through the movie. I'm like, what the heck? They're already on the bird. What is there left to do? And then it feels like the climax. I remember thinking to myself, there's like four different climax moments. First, there's the part where they first show up, and then there's the part with the bird, and then there's the part where they all rally against Hopper, and then there's the part where the rain starts, and it's just like, really? How long is this climb? Like, there's supposed to be a three-act structure, but it literally felt like the whole third act was the climax, which is not good storytelling. But it was entertaining enough. There's not really characters I don't like. What am I yelling to? There's not really any characters I don't like. The princess, the little girl, I can't remember her name. She was kind of irritating, but even then she was tolerable. Flick as a main character was a lot more likable than I remember. I kind of remember him just being a plank of wood, but he was actually like pretty engaging. All the circus bugs, I feel like they could have had a bit more personality and a bit more time in the spotlight. I get that it's not actually their story and they're more of the side characters, but just come on. The villains were nice. Hopper was really intimidating. I really liked the sound effects they used with the grasshoppers. That was super nice. Back to the animation. It's like I said, another one of those things where, of course, it doesn't look. The texture on them was kind of weird. I always thought that keep on going. I never really took ants to have that kind of like hard plastic texture. They did kind of look plasticky because of the dated technology and stuff. It works. It works. The environments looked fine enough. Kind of bland, actually. Like, there's a lot more grays. It was like brown and green were the main color of everything, of this whole movie, which isn't the most appealing. They could have had something better. Maybe if they had, more of like a. I get that the time the movie is set in, and all that. And like I said, the plot and the story movie were executed really well. But, so ranking wise, of course, it is below Toy Story, but not. I really did enjoy this movie. I think later on down the list with some of the more meh Pixar movies, this is actually gonna stay up here. I totally thought this was gonna be like, it's a Bug's Life is about bugs and how they collect food for the grasshoppers. But like it really was a lot more enjoyable than that. So yeah. That's the whole video. Next time is Toy Story 2. Really looking forward to that. That's probably my favorite Toy Story. I haven't rewatched them all, But then, probably even my favorite Pixar movie. Who knows? I haven't rewatched Monsters Inc. yet. So until then, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Video over. That was a clean outro.